So you just bought a house. Now what? Today I'm going to walk you through the now what after you've closed on the home, you have keys in hand, maybe you've already moved. These are the things that nobody tells you that's really important for you to know for the next 30, 60, and 90 days. Okay, first and foremost, when you signed your closing documents, there was a document in there that indicated when your first payment is due. Put that date in your calendar. Make sure you're fully aware of when your first payment is due, because many times as people are going through the closing process and you're so excited and there's 30 pieces of paper you have to sign, sometimes that first payment due date gets missed, and we just want to ensure that you know it so you don't miss that payment. On that note, from a mortgage credit rating type of reporting, you will not be reported late until after you've been 30 days late payment, right? So if your payment's due on the 1st and you don't pay it in that month, and then you pay it on the following month on the 2nd or the 3rd, that delinquency is going to be reported as a 30-day delinquency back to your credit report, and a mortgage rated delinquency is going to rank heavy into your algorithm for your credit score, not only for just consumer scores, but any future mortgage that you look to take out. And future mortgages could be a home improvement loan, home equity loan, future refinance. So this is the reason why I say know when your first payment's due and ensure that it's on your calendar, because it's obviously very likely a new payment for you. All right, second, understand that many home loans are going to be transferred, which means that maybe a particular lender closes your loan. So they were the lender that you worked with. They were the lender that funded the loan. And they may even be the lender where you make your first mortgage payment. But many mortgages across the country are transferred to another lender that actually becomes kind of a more permanent lender. Now, they won't necessarily always hold your mortgage, but they will longer many times than who your closing lender was. So just know that you want to watch your mail for any notification about your mortgage being transferred, because that's what it's about. Okay, so in that situation, if lender A is transferring your mortgage, you're going to get a transfer notice from lender A, and then you're going to get a transfer notice from lender B, who is the new mortgage company, saying, welcome, we are your lender now, and here's where you make your payments. They're going to advise if your loan number's changed, etc. Now, keep in mind that mortgages are bought and sold all the time in our country, and your payment is not going to change. So whatever your closing documents reflect, that's going to be your payment, especially the principal and interest portion. Remember, you want to tune into another video I've done. Your payment could go up or down in the future, and generally that's because of property taxes, homeowners insurance, and or mortgage insurance. But the payment itself does not change when your mortgage is transferred. That's the key for this video today. All right. And okay, this is a big one. Beware of junk mail and solicitations. I cannot tell you how many times we have one of our clients that we've just closed on a mortgage with, they will text us because our group number, that 480-725-0150, our clients know they can call that number or text it. So they'll text us a picture of something that they get in the mail, and it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy, the solicitations, because everybody in the world knows that you just bought a house. Why do they know that? Because when your deed gets recorded, it's very often public information. And so therefore, anybody that's maybe selling something to new home buyers is going to go into the county records, they're going to pull new deeds filed, and then you're going to be on a direct mail campaign type of solicitation for whatever their services are. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need their services. If it is something that comes across that maybe you need window blinds or you need landscaping or things like that, awesome. But I also see many times that there are bad people out there and there are scam artists out there. So the most common one I see is that for $80, it's a very official letter, by the way. For $80, you can pay this company to get your certified deed, warranty deed. Well, you already have that. And you can go online and get it yourself. But it's sometimes these little things where they've just made a business of selling to you what you already have in your closing packet, or again, it's accessible because all of your documentation, at least with regard to the deed recording itself through the county recorder's office, it is in most states, not all, and in most counties, not all, but very often it is public information. So, and if you can't find your closing documents, just reach out to your lender. They're going to have a copy of those. So that's also good advice. Okay, the other thing is if you've purchased a house over, let's see, I'd say the last 2.5 years, make sure that you are on your lender's refinance rate trigger call list. And the reason I share that with you is that if you've purchased over the last couple of years, your interest rate is probably, I'd say, maybe higher than 6.5-ish. Could be as high as 8.5-ish, just depending on when and the type of loan and credit score, all those fun things. But if interest rates drop, it's going to be crazy town. And so you're going to want to be sure that you're first in line and that your lender has a system and a process that they can be sure that they are reaching out to you and letting you know what's going on with interest rates and it makes sense and here's why and here's what your new payment would be. So if your lender does not offer that service, just again, text us at 480-725-0150. Text your mortgage statement. We will probably have a few questions for you and then we can get you into our rate refinanced trigger system so you can be sure that you have somebody out there watching it for you. All right, home warranties. Okay, very often when you go through the resale, meaning not new home build, that's different. So when you are buying a home that a traditional seller owns and maybe it is not covered under a new home warranty, in that case, you may have purchased a home warranty as part of that purchase of the home. You close escrow, and let's just say your air conditioner goes out. Make sure you're saving in your phone your contact information for the home warranty company because it always happens in opportune times, like Friday night at 10:30 at night. And secondly, making sure in your contact record in your phone, you've got the phone number for customer service. You also have your policy number. You're going to need that information because again, you don't want to be scrambling to try to find your closing documents, at 10:30 on a Friday night when you don't have AC and it's 110 degrees outside. Yes, I'm in Arizona. And it's happened to us. All right. And then lastly, depending on your situation, if you have a trust and your lender did not close in the name of your trust, remember, you're going to want to get your deed and the home transferred into the trust. And so again, there are easy ways to do that. If you have a trust, you probably have an estate attorney. Many times they will just handle that for you. But again, make sure you don't miss getting your house into the trust if you have one. You set that trust up for a reason. It has a lot of benefits to it, and you just want to be sure that you remember to put the house in the trust. I can't tell you how many people are like, oh my gosh, a year later, I forgot to put the house in the trust. So make sure you get that done. Okay, well, that's all the things that you should be thinking about after you close on your new home. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, 480-725-0150. You can call or text us here at the Kelly Zitlow Group. We've got an amazing, heartfelt team, and we just want to do the right thing and give guidance. And so if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out.